Good morning and welcome to episode 842 of Hard Factor. It's Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will to give you the last batch of fresh stories this week before we send you off towards the holidays. Of course, you can get the holiday dating advice episode with Marnie tomorrow on this podcast feed. And of course, you can get the always delicious Florida Man Friday over at patreon.com/hardfactor tomorrow as well.
All new. Just want to pat ourselves in the back there. This is not a best of show. This is today.
Right. This is fresh. This is fresh Thursday.
21. Also at the end of the
two fresh Fridays.
At the end of the Marnie show, I left you guys a little Christmas parody treat.
Ooh. It's great. It is awesome. You'll have to listen to find out what it is. Pat, how you doing over there, man?
I'm a little bit sick still. My kid's real sick. Looking at a no sleep evening.
Oh, no.
Leading right into a travel day.
Staring down the barrel of a 45 over there.
Yep. And for whatever reason, if we take days off during the holidays, we get a dip, and then it takes us like 6 weeks to build back up to our strength. That's on you, listeners. That's on you. So we'll be consistently delivering the podcast over the holiday.
That's right.
We could take days off, but then we'd have that dip, right? And then, as I said, it would take 6 weeks to build back up.
Yeah, well, we've already sold the ad blocks. So.
Right, that's the thing. If we hadn't already sold the ad blocks, I'd be making a strong case for some days off.
I don't know what you guys talking about. It's all to give the listeners the news every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, number one, but yeah.
It's on you, Hive.
I love giving the news to the listeners.
It's on you, Hive.
The business at the end of the day.
Best job I've ever had.
No, I don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about the gig. Yeah. Love the gig.
You want a day or two off for Christmas. I get it.
A little bit stressed out over here.
Yeah. Of course. It's the growing pains and the learning curve of a small business, I think, as we go through this. Our first holiday season is an independent business, so
it is also, part of the listener's journey to deal with us as personalities and what we go through. Since we do a show every day, all year round, sometimes we're going to be a little bit cranky or something's going on in our lives, and you're going to see that, right? And then then be like, wow, they got fatter, or they're happy this month, so.
Yeah, they're always saying the fatter part about me.
Yeah, the fatter happens a lot. Yeah. But it's all good.
How did he get fatter again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I stopped watching YouTube today for a while, and it looks like you guys got fatter. It's like,
Someone asked me to find an old clip today, and I was looking back at an old YouTube from earlier this year, and we have gotten a lot fatter.
Yeah.
We all look much worse, let me just tell you.
For sure. The cameras are getting better, and we're getting uglier.
Yeah.
I can vouch for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the enhanced stress over the holidays should help with that.
Yeah, no, the cheeks are going to get real puffy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And we got some puffy cheek people we're talking about today in these stories. So
beautiful.
Holiday season creates quite a bit of news. Yeah.
Let's do the news.
Sure does. You guys want to do the news?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
That's right. Cup of coffee in the big time. Fun fact for the day. Christmas trees. You guys know Christmas trees, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, they were.
No. What are they?
They were made popular, a thing, by Prince Albert of Germany, who got a tree for his new wife, Queen Victoria of England, back in 1848. And then this drawing of the couple with their Christmas tree was featured in the Illustrated London News, and it went viral, as
Quite
they
the
say.
rich. Yeah.
Yeah. And then now we have the tradition of decorating the Christmas tree.
Well, if that's the first tree, it looks totally fake.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's just a drawing.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the people don't look real either.
Why is the dick piercing named after him?
I don't know.
Did you get to that?
Well, I did say that the dick piercing is also named after him, but I'm not sure. I think maybe just decorations. It kind of goes hand in hand.
You introduced
very decorative fella.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, how he gave us Christmas trees, but not.
I was going to. You jumped ahead of me. You jumped ahead of me. I have it written down right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Well, no, I don't know the story of the Prince Albert. Sorry.
You just okay.
It's a mystery.
I was just going to mention it. Yeah, it's a mystery.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'll go
Nice.
for it.
Now
But
I
the
feel
Christmas
like I
tree
failed.
part's good too.
Now the whole show's ruined.
I mean, his Christmas tree was cool. I can't believe it was that viral.
Yeah, but
what
it's-
was that? What year was that?
I mean,
1848.
It's
1848.
Christmas, so it makes sense why you did a Christmas tree. Fun fact: it's not necessarily dick piercing season, right?
All right, here we
Right.
go.
But it's hard factor. So
You got it, Pat?
yeah.
Here's the
So
first.
Pat's gonna look up.
Here's the first situation.
Where
And
Dick Pearson came from.
okay, this okay. Why is it called a Prince Albert? Legend has it that Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, different Prince Albert probably, had a urethra piercing to assist, quote, the hang of his genitals within relatively tight trousers. So he had like a
Oh, so
the
he
same Prince
literally he had it. Yeah,
It's the same
was-
Prince Albert.
he had a huge dong maybe, and he had tight trousers. So
he had to
like,
weight
put
it down.
put a little ring. It was just like a support. It was a support ring.
Unbelievable.
And that's a rumor. How that rumor got started, I don't
No,
know.
it's
We
because he's insane. He's a freak. He's a sex freak.
Yeah, Queen Victoria liked it too. You know, sounds
Yeah.
like
That's what I hear.
she got
Yeah,
it.
so-
She got that German husband who's into dick piercings.
But
and
why do you
scat
shove stuff
porn.
up his ass then? If you know, why,
Good question.
That.
Here, this further. It was thought this was invented by Beau Brummel as a mean of attaching his penis to his trousers and thus to keep it down.
You got too many boners. Respect.
Too many boners.
yeah, it sounds like he was looking at the ladies around the castle and stuff, and he was getting erections. And
You
Queen
had to tie it
Victoria,
down.
Queen Victoria didn't appreciate.
I think it was like a Cuomo thing. It was like that. There's a
Yeah.
nipple ring under there. You know.
Yeah, that's because Cuomo would get hard nipples every time a lady would walk by him.
Right.
Right.
There you
Nice. All right. Well, cool.
Okay.
Well, that's a lot of facts.
That is a lot of facts. Holidays, December 23rd. It is Festivus.
Wow.
More on that later. Of course, Seinfeld made that popular. It's also some holiday in India where they are celebrating the farmers of India. It's called Kisan Diwas or Diwas. National Christmas Movie Marathon Day, which is pretty awesome. National Pfeffernuss Day, which I guess is a kind of cookie. And then National Roots Day. And it's also National Regifting Day. So if you got any, shit lying around you don't want, you can regift it. There you go.
Did you guys get your Christmas shopping done?
No.
Almost.
Yeah, Mark. Got it all handled.
Well, it's just the 23rd.
No, did not. Not going to be done before Christmas either.
Okay.
Cleared it with some people. Yeah.
You gave him the heads up. It's coming late.
Yeah.
You could use long COVID as an excuse, or you can use
you're
the
right, long COVID.
supply chain long COVID combo.
This is my first thing.
yeah.
For long COVID.
It's long
well,
COVID.
the long COVID confused me, and I
Yes.
couldn't order until after. Then the supply chain got me.
That's what I'm saying. You got two huge excuses this year.
I stumbled right into both of them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I generally don't finish until Christmas Eve.
I finished yesterday, the 22nd. Done.
Nice. There you go. A little bit more about Festivus. Festivus is a holiday that shuns the commercialism and pressures of the Christmas season. It takes place on December 23rd each year. It was invented by writer Daniel O'Keefe and originally celebrated by his family and then made popular when O'Keefe's son, Dan O'Keefe, wrote it into the episode of Seinfeld titled The Strike. And then, of course, we all know about, the Festivus poll and all that kind of stuff. So that's where it came from.
A writer on Seinfeld's dad was insane, and then it turned into one of the best episodes of all time.
The O'Keefes were crazy. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there you go. Let's
That's
get
a
into
cool family tradition, though.
It is.
The airing
gotta
of
re-
grievances and then
And he's got to wrestle him under
wrestling.
the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to pin him.
What a
before
hilarious
Festivus
family.
is over.
Yeah.
George has to pin me.
Yeah, it's a good tradition. All right, moving on. Honorable mentions. Just got one of them for you. Big one. Good news for student loan sufferers. The Biden administration yesterday extended the student loan moratorium that has allowed tens of millions of Americans to put off debts during the pandemic. So payments on federal student loans will remain paused through May 1st now. Interest rates will remain at zero. Debt collection is suspended from
While
Biden-
it's paused, right?
while it's paused, yeah. Until May 1st. So from the president. We know that millions of student loan borrowers are still coping with the impacts of the pandemic and need some more time before resuming payments, adding it was an issue he and the vice president both cared deeply about. So great job, Joe. No matter what side you're on, I think we can say, put her there on the moratorium, buddy. You know,
Well, it's good. He promised to get rid of student loan. I mean, it's still like a massive, like, not delivering what he said he would during the campaign. I mean, it's
true.
It's he's providing relief to the people who, I guess, need it. You know, now that the Omicron is firing back up, but
better than nothing, right?
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
That's right.
Okay, let's get to the top trends. Got a top 3 for you guys. Number 3, I don't know about you guys, but I have a ritual in my house. Every time I go to the grocery store, I pick up a couple salad kits, you know, the ones with the bags, with the dressings and the toppings and stuff.
Me too.
And then I let that salad rot in my fridge until I know it's gone bad. Then
Very
I open it
similar.
up and I'm like, oh man, too bad it's expired. Can't eat it now. Then I throw it in the trash. That's
every time I get spring mix, that's what happens.
Yeah,
Guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys got to go romaine. That'll get you going. That's
2 a week. I usually
2 a week. Yep,
throw
absolutely.
away.
Yeah.
What kind of lettuce you guys getting?
It's the chopped sunflower crisp for me, or like a chopped Asian.
Thai.
Yeah, like the bacon ranch one.
I got you.
Yeah.
But guys, good news.
I'm a composition guy. I bring them all together.
This comes in a bag. Will everything's there for you?
Comes in a bag.
And then you get little scissors. You get little scissors and you cut open cheese. You cut open your,
Yeah, exactly. But guys, good news for us. That habit of our laziness and just lack of eating healthy might have saved our lives, because Eat Fresh, Fresh Express, the makers of the salads that we all get.
Subway
at the
too.
fucking
Eat Fresh.
store.
We get it.
Yeah, Fresh Express. They're recalling pretty much all their salads in the U.S. and now Canada, because they have a huge Listeria outbreak.
Oh, that's
so anyone who has eaten any of the recalled products should monitor themselves for food poisoning symptoms during the coming weeks, because it can take up to 70 days after exposure for Listeria problems. These symptoms
That's
of
horrible.
listeriosis to develop. Yeah, it's 70 days. You have no idea. And then you're like, what's wrong with me? Like, no way you're going to think of the salad you ate 70 days ago.
This is horrible for hypochondriacs who love salad. I mean, they're just going to be sitting there. Oh,
That's bad.
no.
Yeah, it's a bad combo.
It's a bad one. Yeah.
That's what I've got.
I had a few of those bag salads in the past 70 days. That's for sure.
Oh, I throw away, like Pat said, 2 a week. Easy.
Yeah, I throw away about 70% of them, but I eat them too.
I give them the can sometimes. Anyway, if you are experiencing nausea, vomiting, persistent fever, muscle ache, severe headache, stiffness in your neck, you go to the doctor. And if you're pregnant and really bad stuff can happen. And if your immune system is compromised, it could kill you. So, be careful. Just a PSA there for you. Don't eat these salads. So, just throw them away like I do.
You gotta do like what Will does and actually buy the different ingredients,
Right.
chop them up, and then assemble them yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, the romaine, I highly suggest romaine. It's a
Romaine's
game
popular.
changer for salad.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
It is a popular salad.
It's a good
It's
choice.
so easy. It encourages you to chop it up just real nice, easy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if it wasn't for my wife eating most of the romaine, it would all go bad, pretty much.
I think we can all agree iceberg lettuce is pretty trashy, right?
I like iceberg.
Iceberg?
It's a little bit trashy.
Isn't that
Shredded
what they use,
iceberg?
wedge?
Yeah,
Isn't that what they use, a wedge?
shredded iceberg is about as classless as it gets.
Oh, this having shredded iceberg and Thousand Island salad.
Yeah,
please.
just dump the Thousand Island, please.
Wait, isn't iceberg what a wedge
Throw
is?
some saltines on there.
And I'll eat. I'm talking about the shredded kind, like what Will's talking about. You get in a bag and it's like crinkled and shredded, and it's just disgusting. And you're
Like
like,
sandwich salad, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, be careful out there. Number 2, great news for the fight against COVID. Bad news for convincing people to get the vaccine, because the FDA has authorized the first antiviral pill to treat COVID from Pfizer. It is called
good.
Paxlovid, and it's basically a plan B for people that refuse to take the vaccine. But the FDA wants everyone to know that the drug is not a pre or post exposure prevention of COVID-19. It is not a substitute for the vaccine in individuals for whom the COVID-19 vaccination and a booster doses are recommended. But chances are, now that this thing's out there, it's gonna, not many new people are going to be going to get that vaccine, knowing they can just take a pill and not go to the hospital. Because
aren't the reduction rates similar to the vaccine, Wes?
So this is the results that Pfizer put out are fantastic. It showed that the treatment of this pill, which once you get a symptom or once you test positive for COVID, you take it over 5 days. It's like a Z-Pack for COVID. You take like 3 pills for 5 days, and it cuts the chances of hospitalization or death by 89%.
Right.
So
that's almost the same as a vaccine.
That's great.
Right. So good luck getting people to take the vaccine now that they've got these fucking pills out there.
Well, so who cares? Just give them who gives a fuck? Like
Whatever doesn't kill you and doesn't whatever saves people's lives, go.
Right. As long as fewer people die, that's the only thing that should matter.
Yeah. So it's like a mixture of 2 drugs, I guess. One's a new one, one's an old one, but yeah, Paxlovid is what it is. If you're over 12 and over 88 pounds, you get COVID, you can just go to the doctor and they'll give you this stuff now. So Biden just ordered a shit ton of them. So
Start
good news.
Distributing those bad boys. Yeah.
That's awesome. I was thinking about it too. Like if this Omicron, they said this new study out of South Africa and England came out saying that it's way less deadly than Delta, the previous dominant variant. And so like maybe Omicron is almost like a good news in a way. If it's getting like way less deadly, maybe it's on its way out.
If this is
and they got
trend,
the pills and shit, and they got the pills and it gets weaker and like maybe it's a good thing.
I don't know if you remember yesterday's show.
Yeah, man, that's probably.
Made a
I'm
few
just guessing.
predictions.
That's right.
Just guessing.
Well, we know it's going to happen.
If it is getting weaker, it's probably because some people are carrying the rest of the people on their backs, vaccinated people, and not allowing that shit to incubate as hard in them. So I'm just
taking
saying.
one in the arm, basically.
Yeah, you want the variants to get weaker.
Taking
you're
3
welcome.
in the arm. Yeah,
you're welcome.
I mean, if the variants are weaker and more people get it, and it's weaker, then they build up the antibodies without the
I'm saying,
risk.
but like those guys are riding my wave a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Are they though? Because it all probably plays together, right? Because then this last one, Omicron,
You better believe if there's no vaccine, the variants are getting real weird, right? Probably.
I don't know.
With vaccine, they're getting less.
Will said you need a few sick people to get
right. I think that
battle
in order to advance the variants, you probably need like a combination. Like it probably just works how it's going to work.
That's
like,
why they're not.
We're just screaming at each other because that's what we like to do as humans.
Pat, that's why they're not getting the vaccine. It's because they're taking one for the team.
Just telling you, I'm sending you the bill.
What's it called? I mean, look, it's going away in 2022. Okay, it's happening next Christmas. We're all going to laugh about it.
Thank you, Mark Stradamus.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, genetically engineered viruses are scary as fuck.
Yeah, let's shut down the labs.
Holy fuck, man!
Yeah, maybe stop the Wuhan lab. Is it still open, by the way? Does anybody check into that? Yeah,
probably still open. Yeah, it's like awkward. Like when they walk in the office, they all hate each other. They're like, which one of you did it? Which one of you did it? Because it's one person. Yeah.
They all know. They just can't say anything, otherwise they'd be black bagged.
Yeah. Anyway, very good news for getting rid of this bastard.
I agree. Good news, Wes.
Number 1, or as we like to call it,
the cream of the crop.
Huge controversy on Wheel of Fortune Tuesday night. Don't know if you guys seen this. You guys like Wheel of Fortune, right? Who doesn't? Right?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
What do you like? Yeah. What do you know? This is like your Christmas tree question. Yeah, we know.
Pat and Vanna. I mean, come on.
Right. Fantastic, right? Well, this one's going to infuriate you. Let me play you this clip for where a woman, Charlene, got all the way to the final clue with a chance to win a huge grand prize. And then this happened. And I don't know if I have it loaded. Just keep talking amongst yourselves.
Well, it's just a great show. It's one of the best game shows of all time. It's been around for 40, 50 years.
And don't they film it like all at one time?
Yeah,
and they party. They party like
Sajak
all
said
the time.
They'd film like on a Friday for the whole week next week, and but they got like an hour break or 30-minute break in between shows to reset and bring in like the new contestants. So him and Vanna White would go to the Tex-Mex restaurant across the lot and rip tequila shots. So by the Friday show, like by the show that you see on Friday, they're like 3 sheets to the wind.
They film a lot. Here, found the clip. Here it is.
Okay. What are you doing is the category. You have 10 seconds to try to talk it out. Good luck.
Choosing the right card.
Choosing
the right
word.
Right.
Word.
state.
Oh, she got it.
You know, this one's tough because you said all the right words, including the word, but as you know, it's got to be more or less continuous. We'll allow for a little pause for about 4 or 5 seconds. I'm sorry, you did a good job in getting it, but we can't give you the prize. And it was the Audi.
Oh my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
Fuck Wheel of Fortune.
Sajax, he's got someone in his ear, right? Telling him that?
Yeah, for sure.
I've always wondered when they make those like tight calls, like rules-based calls.
Yeah.
Because that fucking sucks.
Well, even Vanna thought she won. If you notice, let me just play it from where Vanna thinks she won.
But as you know,
sorry.
this one's tough because you
Fuck.
Okay, well, this is going to be a nightmare for editing.
You know, this one's tough because
Yeah, she
Vanna,
started to clap.
That's fine.
Okay.
Started to clap. Anyway,
She did. She started to clap.
So she would have won if she had said choosing the right word instead of choosing the right word.
Yeah, but she stopped for like 2 seconds. What's the problem?
I know.
Right.
Couldn't.
Well, she better move forward with the lawsuit because saying that she stutters, bro. That's how you fucking fuck these motherfuckers up, bro.
Yeah. So
Do they just not want to pay? What's the deal with them? Why is this happening?
it's some bullshit where you have to say it all continuously, but she did say it continuously. Then she just paused and said, "I think she should win." And a lot
She
of
didn't
people
say
out
a
there
different
do.
word in between. She said
Right.
choosing the right.
She
Can you
nailed
play
it.
one more time,
Word.
Wes?
Okay, you want to hear it again?
Yeah,
Hang on.
Yes, please.
because she kind of like says another.
what are you doing is the category. You have 10 seconds to try to clock it out. Good luck.
The letters available are almost
Choosing
Arson.
the right card.
No.
Choosing the right word.
Boom. Nails.
Okay,
it.
yeah.
She didn't
This
say
one's
anything
tough
between it,
because
though.
you
Yeah.
said all the right
I wanted to make
words,
sure she didn't say
including
choosing the
word.
right card and then word, but she said choosing the right card and then she
No.
said choosing the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Yep.
said it all over again. Yeah. So
How did Pat Sajak not recognize that in the moment? Like,
if you count, it's like 6 seconds from the time that she says
Okay.
the
Okay.
right until word. So
Okay.
I think she deserves it.
She didn't even breathe. She didn't even breathe in between. She didn't even
Right.
Yeah.
that was the next thing she said. It was. It was.
I think he had too many tequila shots before that show. And
Yeah.
I want to point something out for anyone that's ever considered shooting up a school. This lady's not going to shoot up Wheel of Fortune, okay? And she has a lot worse than you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Worst
I'm just
claim.
saying. If you ever thought you've been wronged and you want to do something stupid like shoot up a school, right?
That's a good point. If you're listening to this and you were thinking of doing that,
Look at this
You've
lady.
never been wrong.
Good analogy, Pat.
You handle it with
He's been wrong by Wheel of Fortune.
litigation.
Right. Anyway, a lot of people said they were never going to watch it again. Some people, like this guy, Steve Long, said, guys, she paused too long. You have to say the whole sentence in one swift go. That's how it's always worked. If they made an
my
exception
God.
for this, it would change how people solve the final puzzle forever. You've got to be super fast to win. Tough luck.
Stephen Wong.
He's got to be
Come on.
trolling people, right? Come on.
Yeah. Yes, that was definitely a troll.
Kenneth Duke says, rules are rules. You read and agreed to them before you went on the show.
Dude,
and as Pat
these
told
guys
you,
work on the show.
you got all the right words, but paused too long. These guys are just haters. They
That
don't wanna-
guy's at newsguy99. No
Yeah.
way.
Come on.
That's
and then a
fake.
lot of people left messages, called in and left messages to the studios of Wheel of Fortune. And here's one this lady left. I'm going to play.
Yes, hi. This is a message for Pat and Vanna. Pat, this is Debbie Collins calling from Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Debbie.
And I just had to call y'all because I am so upset with y'all right now. I was watching your program on Tuesday, and like we always do for the past 40 years or so, every night we watch your program. And I am so upset, Pat. This beautiful young lady, Charlene, was on there. And she was in the final puzzle stage, and she solved that puzzle. And y'all said that she didn't solve it in time, or she paused for too long, or whatever y'all said she done. And y'all said she didn't win that car. And I just think that is awful, and I had to let y'all know that. And I know I'm not alone in how I feel. And Vanna, I love you. I think you're beautiful. I always have thought you were beautiful. And so does my husband. But what y'all have done is wrong. And I needed y'all to know that. Okay.
True words.
I love y'all so much. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Debbie sounded like she was listening to Wheel of Fortune in the background right there.
I think she was. Yeah.
Really nice.
She was.
Really nice sound design.
Yeah.
She was. She didn't boycott him. She's still listening.
No, she loves him. She can't give him up. She can't. Give him up.
I will say,
She's just disappointed.
this is obvious how it's going to end. She's getting the car.
She's gonna get the car. Yeah.
She's going to get
more than the car.
Yeah,
she should get
they're
the
gonna
car and a trip and a big apology.
She's going to get an apology from Pat, and she's going to get the car.
They're gonna be like, it's Christmas. We decided to give you the car. Yeah.
And we're not going to make any exceptions going forward. You have to do the same. You can't pause, but we're going to do a Christmas exception for Charlene.
Fuck that rule. It's a bullshit rule.
Yeah. So big.
I guess, but I mean, like, because they don't give you a tip off. Like, if she was like choosing, and they're like, yes, they don't do that, right? So like, you still have to say it in continuation. Like,
right.
If she's like choosing,
find me the fucking rule.
Yeah,
Find me the rule that says that it needs to be continuous within certain second gaps per word.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Prizes.
I just looked. I can't find it. I'm looking online.
Yeah. They're like, we don't want to give out the Audi.
The haters have found all the.
It's a free Audi. Like Audi gave the fucking car. That's part of the promotional
but these
consideration.
guys are like, if we don't give out the Audi, then somebody on the team gets it at the Christmas party.
That is probably
maybe, yeah, maybe true.
That could be true.
I think she's gonna get it. We'll keep you updated. Hopefully, she does. And that's going to do it for the cup of coffee in the big time, which was brought to you today by ExpressVPN. I don't know about you guys, how you guys choose your internet service provider, what you use, but there's not a lot of choice. Because ISPs operate monopolies in the regions they serve. They use this monopoly power to take advantage of customers like you and I, data caps, streaming throttles, the list goes on. Worst of all,
they act like the rules guy on the Wheel of Fortune.
They certainly do. They're Nazis. Many ISPs log your internet activity and sell your data to other big tech companies and advertisers. To prevent ISPs from seeing my internet activity and all of ours, we protect ourselves with ExpressVPN. It's a simple app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts all your network data and it tunnels it through a secure VPN server so that your ISP cannot see any of your activity. Just think about how much your life is on the internet. Too much. Frankly, just too much of your life's on the internet, and a lot of stuff you don't want people to know. Right. Sadly, the list of people's you've messaged, sites you've visited, and the videos you've watched, videos you've watched get tracked by tech giants who can sell your information for profit. So that's why I recommend ExpressVPN. We all use it. And just surf the web with complete confidence, with complete anonymity, and no paper trail, just surfing along. And ExpressVPN does all that without showing your connection. That's why it's rated the #1 VPN service by CNET, which is a big tech nerdy thing, and The Verge.
You've all heard of CNET.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah, you know what CNET is.
You've heard of The Verge.
Stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell off your information. Protect yourself with VPN we trust to keep ourselves private online. Visit expressvpn.com/hardfactor. That's expressvpn.com/hardfactor to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/hardfactor right now to learn more.
Got a little bit of business here before we get into a couple more stories. As you probably know, the 4 hosts of Hard Factor are from Virginia, and it's not a surprise that 4 dudes from Virginia like tobacco, but we do, right? We like to smoke it, but that smells, so we also like to chew it. And let me tell you, there's kind of like with the ISPs, there's 2 companies that you can get chew or dip from? Not a lot, right? What if I told you our sponsor, Black Buffalo, was a new high-quality tobacco alternative? Hi-yo, if you're 21 or over and you dip or chew tobacco pouches or long cut, you have to try this tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo. Black Buffalo is everything you love about dipping, including pharmaceutical grade nicotine, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. It's dip literally made from the edible green leaves and food grade ingredients with the same flavors, texture, aroma, pack, and nicotine as traditional tobacco products. No compromise required there. They also have a ton of different flavors like wintergreen, mint, straight peach, and even blood orange. They sell their products at blackbuffalo.com. It's available in both the long cut and pouches, as well as nicotine free versions, which are called Zero. And it's all U.S. made, baby. Born in the Midwest, raised in the South, Black Buffalo proudly manufactures their products right here in the U.S. of A. Don't take our words for it. Black Buffalo's won a couple 2021 awards themselves. Best New Product winner at the CSP Awards and C-Store Decisions Hot New Products Award winner for 2021. I've been using Black Buffalo, and I really like the pouches personally. I'm glad there's finally a high-quality alternative to tobacco. The Black Buffalo branding is also really badass. The guys are amazing. So if you are one of the 10 million people who are 21 plus, 21 over, and dip tobacco, consider making the switch to Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. Head to blackbuffalo.com and use promo code HARDFACTOR. Check out for 25% off your first order. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our promo code HARDFACTOR, one word, for 25% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code HARDFACTOR for 25% off your order. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Boom.
Boom.
All right. There's a lot of sick puppies out there, right? This is Juddism. We know as well as anyone covering fucked up daily news stories for the past 3 years that there are. But some are sicker than others. Like, for example, James David Russell here. James David Russell, he'll kill you and then eat your cock and balls, and we're not sure in what order.
That's a sick puppy.
Well,
Yeah.
mine?
Yeah. If you got him. If you got him, he's down.
How's he doing that?
Is that what's his? What's
he didn't even get screwed over by Wheel of Fortune. They don't think. That's right.
Right? Does he have any kind of motive,
Does he
or is
have
that
a
does he
gripe?
just likes to eat penises?
Yeah, we'll get to it. That's right.
Okay.
39-year-old, three-named James David Russell killed his neighbor, 70-year-old David Flagette, in northern Idaho this September. And it wasn't necessarily his neighbor, like next door neighbor, but both men lived in northern Idaho, which has a population of like 5 people. So they call each other neighbors up there. They're like, "Hey, howdy, neighbor." You know, like everyone's
Right.
the terminology. Yeah, neighbor. So yeah, Russell got caught when the police found the body tissue of Flagette's inside Russell's home, and then they found his body, or what was left of it, in a car outside Russell's home. So it's kind of like slam dunk. We got it.
Yeah, that pretty much means you killed him. Usually, when you have the corpse inside the car and
In the house,
pieces of
the
the body
car.
in the house. Yeah,
And then they also found a microwave filled with blood splatter, and like a bowl of blood and like a spoon with blood on it, because he liked to heat up the meat.
Cold blood's gross. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to eat it hot. And recently, this was back in September when he killed him, but the news is coming out because they just released the court documents this week about the cannibalism. It turns out that the body was missing some vital organs, like the main vein, aka the penis, one testicle, parts of his upper inner thigh, as well as some other areas. And police, like I said they seized a blood-soaked microwave, glass bowl, and knife from Russell's home. Sounds like, I agree. You got it. I like my meat a little bit warmer. If the guy's been dead.
he just ate this guy like he was a human buffet.
It's like he has had, like he was a deer.
Yeah, he just carved out the pièce de résistance. Yeah, and then
he's a cow. And when asked why the hell are you eating dudes, Russell responded that he thought eating human flesh could cure his brain. At least that's how it started. But he added, have you had microwaved cock and balls before? They are delicious. So it started with the curing his brain, but then I guess it was to cure his hunger and his cravings, maybe turned into it, right?
In my brain.
I feel like if we have any cannibal listeners out there, I bet this story is doing to you what Wes's last McDonald's story did. Am I right? You're going to have to go grab some human from your secret freezer, or go make a fresh kill if you're out, right? They're like, "Oh no, this is a delicious story."
His excuse for eating his neighbor's testicle and penis was that he thought it would cure his brain.
It didn't work well.
Generic cure the brain.
He was trying. You know what he said? "I'll try anything."
Right. I know it'll work.
Killing my neighbor and then eating his genitals.
Yeah, I mean, my brain's a little crazy. This could work. It hasn't been cured yet, so
that'll get me on track.
But seriously, I mean, what a horrible way to go. Here's David Flagette. I'm sure his family.
Oh, no.
I'm sure his family loves this story, right? Some lunatic kills you and then cuts off your dick and microwaves and eats it. Like, that's a top 10 bad ways to go. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good. By the way, some of Flagette's remains have not been found, but authorities think they know what happened to them. The guy ate him. The guy ate his body parts, right? That's what happened.
Out of the bowl. Yeah. No, he ate the. Yeah. Oh, for
the missing parts are not missing. They were consumed, and then
Yeah, you said they found a bloody bowl. You didn't say.
Yeah. No, he admitted to eating the guy. Russell also underwent a psych evaluation in October.
He had to have failed that.
Well, no, he got a perfect score. Well, he got a.
Yeah.
But that's but perfect in the crazy
A
category.
plus on the psycho test.
He got a perfect score. First perfect score on the psych test ever. And I guess they're continuing on with the court proceedings because I don't know. Even if I don't know, like he's gonna probably end up pleading insanity, but still they're going through with the proceedings anyways.
Yeah.
And
What happens with that when you have a guy who's so insane he'll just eat penises?
You probably have your lawyer's probably like, yes, this is the easiest case I've ever had. Insanity.
Right. He just goes to a mental institute, but it's a high security mental institute where he's drugged up and probably
It's like a jail / hospital.
Yeah, it's max security. It's not like you get to go to like where you take walks around the park.
If you work, you got to get the paperwork right there because if you work at like a mental, I don't know what the proper term is, a place where
Insane asylum.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Basically.
For lack of a better term, insane asylum. If you work there and it's like kind of like a not maximum security and it's nice and peaceful, and you find out James David Russell is a new patient at your place, you're I didn't sign up for this.
You got to get him in the chains. Yeah. He's liable to just grab somebody's dick at any moment and toss it in the microwave.
So he's playing checkers across from some guy who's dickless. He's bleeding from the pants. And they're like, what happened here, James?
Yikes. Now they got to look at every other murder within 50 miles of that fucking guy.
He's got an MO. I mean,
it's pretty clear to find.
The coroner could tell you in 5 seconds whether James David Russell
was this a James?
The penis was. It looked. No, this looks like lightly gnawed on. I don't think this is James. Anyways, that's it.
Idaho.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Messed up stuff, man.
Yeah.
Messed up stuff. That guy.
Merry Christmas.
That guy needs therapy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's wild to think about how crazy some people can get. Like that. Like what?
You think getting murdered's the worst thing that can happen, right? And then he's just for weeks just cutting off pieces of your cock and balls and heating them up in the microwave.
Oh man,
that's terrible. Like you already killed the guy. You don't need to slowly eat him. Yeah,
it's amazing to see.
But he's going about that guy's going about his life too. Just imagine him getting a bowl down, getting a fork out.
It's like lunch.
What the fuck?
He's probably going to work and shit. In between.
He's snoring at night.
What'd you have for lunch today, James?
Psycho.
My favorite thing.
Speckled dick. This guy needs therapy. He should go to our partner Talkspace.com.
Yeah.
Guys, we've talked about this on the show before, but therapy is mega important. And Talkspace makes it easy to match with licensed therapists and get confidential, convenient, and affordable support for your mental health. Mental health is massively important. That's just the truth. There's no two ways about it. A lot of us pretend that's not the truth, don't get therapy, don't deal with our problems, and are unhappy because of it. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been a little bit down over the last week. A lot of stress. Talked to my therapist yesterday, and boy, did he earn it. You know what I mean?
You really laid it on him.
Really put a hurting on that guy. But we talked about lots of different things, and I felt better. That's the point, right? You got to treat your brain like a muscle. You got to give it the same level of care you do with the rest of your body. You do that with Talkspace. Talkspace is a great onboarding program. You can go on there, sign up. There's an actual person that'll talk to you, help figure out what you're looking for. Talkspace has therapists that treat all sorts of issues in people's lives: substance abuse, relationships, anxiety, depression, compulsion, etc. So you can get on there, figure out who to talk to, and you have a wide variety of people to talk to, unlike if you went and tried to find a therapist in your local town, right? This is one of the benefits of the pandemic. Talkspace is totally virtual, so you could do it via Skype. You could do it, well, they have their own proprietary thing, but you do a video chat. You could text them, which you can do 24 hours a day. It's just really cool, man, because if you hate the person you're talking to, you can bam, next them, pick up a new one. And as someone who's gotten therapy in the real world, person to person, that's not that easy. So Talkspace is really cool in that respect. It's the number one online therapy platform. So get on Talkspace. Hook up with one of the thousands of licensed therapists available for you to match with. And if you go to Talkspace and use the promo code HARDFACTOR, one word, you can get $100 off your first month. That's $100 off your first month if you use code HARDFACTOR at Talkspace.com. I highly recommend it. Just give it a try. No harm's going to come from it, only good. That's what I'll say. So give it a go.
It can be life changing too. Exactly. Only good, and it could really be a huge difference for a lot of people.
Yep, 100%.
Mental health, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Do you guys believe in second chances?
Second chances, yes. Third
usually,
chances,
right?
Third
Usually,
chances, no.
I'd like to say usually. I'm
a big second chance guy, not third chance.
I mean, like, how bad did you do on the
I love
first
getting fooled twice.
where you need a second chance?
Let me give you an example.
I'm not talking like David Russell second chances.
Let me give you an example.
We're coming straight off of the
Right, good point.
So there's two. There's a general fuck up, right? Like if someone is caught stealing at some point in their life and then wants to get a job later in their life, right? That's a general fuck up in my opinion, right? And then there's like, I don't know, you're like an elementary school teacher and you get caught with like some kid porn on your laptop.
That's a one and done. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, probably no second chance on that.
No second chance on that. Yeah.
But you see what I mean? Like it's specific to your job, right?
Right.
It's not like a general issue.
So,
right. You could go do a different job. Maybe.
It depends on second chances. You've proven
Depends.
it. Yes. Proven it.
And the kid porn thing is obviously one and done. It's kind of a bad analogy here, but
You're probably not going to get out of jail soon enough to try a different job, but you could probably try a different job if you
that's
did.
true. That's true. Let's say like you're like a contractor and you think it's hilarious to put in joists that are unstable and it makes the house fall down. But then you're like, oh, shouldn't have done that. Give me a second chance.
Probably a one and done as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me play this. Let me play this clip for you because this is, I don't know, I want your opinion.
Drama at a small-town volunteer fire department after nearly every firefighter on the force quit in protest. That walkout, the result of a one-time arsonist being appointed acting chief.
The board has not told him why he's being dismissed.
Yeah, so that last guy talking, not the newsman, was the gentleman who was dismissed.
Right. So
and
the
right
other
before
guy's
that was his wife.
Okay.
It was his wife. That makes sense.
Yeah, so they didn't say this. They did say that his father, Herb, was in charge of the 911 program. Right, there's Herb for you.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say that Herb is also the mayor.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say it's obviously nepotism because
It's
the
a
way they were talking
hometown
about it.
cooking. Yeah.
Let's get into this a little
They're
bit.
also
guys.
insane for
Pun
giving
intended
this
on the
guy
fire
the fire chief thing. He's like a pyro.
I think it makes sense.
Real quick, can I make a comment? And I know this is like don't throw stones from a glass house and pot calling the kettle black, but did you notice how fat everyone was on the fire department team there? Like morbidly obese. The one guy who threw his shirt was like about 520 pounds. Like
he's a big
how are they going to even get in a house to see?
Well, his ladder work isn't going to be great, but he's going to be awesome at holding.
That was the ground.
strong
That's
hose.
the base team. Like in
He's a base.
Yeah. And when he's on the ground with that hose,
people can climb on their shoulders and go on the second
that
floor
hose
windows.
is aimed steady.
I mean, that was a thing. They all quit and went to like Arby's. Like that was a
One-person
thick
battering ram.
thick group of people.
Yeah, that Zoom.
What are they going to let the fire just consume them? And then the fire is like, nice. This is bigger than the house.
Yeah, that Zoom was added by me. The zoom in on is correct. Just
I know. We're all fat Instagram, but I'm just saying, firefighters usually in shape.
right. And if you couldn't hear, when it cut to the clip of the actual meeting, the woman was saying, "I've lost complete and total confidence in." Jeremy, who's the man who's appointed leadership, and you, the board, and the guy said, "Well, we're accepting resignations tonight," and that's when the larger gentleman tossed his shirt in,
threw his 5XL shirt.
We're firing fat people tonight, so
Slams it down.
So the board
So
said,
how high up does it go? So his dad is the mayor.
let's get into it.
Okay.
So the board said that they have their reasons for swapping Jeremy out with the previous fire chief, but they're not going to disclose them. So they have their reasons, and they seem pretty defensive, right? They're saying we're taking resignations letters tonight. 10 of the 13 volunteer firefighters left. So let's get into first what Jeremy did as an arsonist. So according to a court document, and by the way, it's Jeremy, Jerame. Never come across that spelling of Jeremy, but according to a how is he not going to be selfish? You know what I mean?
Jeremy.
Yeah. According to a court document, in an attempted arson case, Jeremy Simmons, went to the basement of his high school at the time, and he gathered, quote, toilet paper and ceiling tiles, and he lit them on fire knowing that a woman was present in the building. And the fire, thank God, did not lead to a larger fire. No one was injured. He also burned down 2 houses and was charged.
Vacant houses.
Yes, he was charged with having an illegal oscillating emergency light on his personal vehicle and arson. So he got 4 years probation. Right, he was a volunteer fire department firefighter at the time when he was 18.
Nut job.
Yep. So,
well, look, who knows fire better than an arson?
Right. Well, okay. So
That's why I said I thought it was a good move, Mark.
Yeah.
No, because he's also addicted to lighting fires. This is a bad idea.
No, this is like hiring the guy from Catch Me If You Can to stop check fraud. This is a smart move.
I agree. So Jeremy was pardoned, and I've gotten very good at digging into legal records, and all the legal records for Jeremy's arson case are sealed for some reason. He was pardoned by the governor of Illinois. I looked through the governor of Illinois' pardons, and the majority of them were low-level marijuana crimes. And then, of course, Jeremy, a 20-year-old arson case. This is
more nepotism, I'm sure.
Exactly, right? Jeremy also likes to fuck around outside of fires. An altercation at a strip club involving Jeremy, and I guess
so. Everybody fucking hates Jeremy.
Yeah, he likes prostitutes and start fires. You know,
everybody fucking hates Jeremy.
Listen, what happened
in the whole town.
Back on March 11th, 2018, Jeremy went over to Country Rock Cabaret. Okay, and
his favorite spot. Yeah,
I guess there was kind of an altercation, and Jeremy apparently, according to the manager, pulled a gun on him and told him that he was going to, quote, smoke him with his fist. Now, Jeremy claims that
the name of his gun.
Well, no, Jeremy claims that he was holding a vape. It was a large rig, a big vape rig that can be about the same size as a gun barrel. But Anthony says that it was actually a gun. And apparently Anthony, the manager, picked up on Chrissy, Jeremy's wife, who was becoming disruptive inside Country Rock Cabaret after she got into an argument with a patron named Bo. But then she had to be held back by a dancer named Sadie, and Anthony had to physically pick her up and take her outside and put her down. And that's when Jeremy came and accosted her. Right. Anthony, and pulled out what he says vape. Anthony
pulled out his
gun.
Vape.
If you pick up Jeremy's wife Chrissy by the waist and throw her out of an establishment, he's going to pull his gun on you. That's for
Jeremy's also bringing his gun and his wife to the strip club.
Look,
right.
Those are his 2 favorite possessions. Will his gun and his wife.
Well. So apparently, Anthony, the manager, he complained because instead of looking at the surveillance tape, which existed, the chief of police took some witnesses' word for it that it was a vape, not a gun. Apparently, Jeremy yelled, "I'm a police officer," and then pulled out a handgun and pointed at the manager while stating, "It's on. It's on then," according to the bartender who ID'd Jeremy from prior incidents. So this is the best part about Jeremy, right?
It's usually on with Jeremy.
What I was able to find, guys, so he's a troublemaker, right? What I was able to find is in 2011, Jeremy and Chrissy, his wife, they filed for bankruptcy. They were listing $48,000 in debt from everyone from American Express for $1,000 to Nick Jr. Scholastic Book Club for $49.86. And look, I'm not one to knock a guy who's down on
his kids' books.
Yes, I'm not one to knock a guy who's down on his luck financially. Okay, although $48,000
didn't pay off his Goosebumps bill.
Right. Totally, $48,000 is totally a surmountable amount of debt, but whatever, to each their own. Anyway, bankruptcy must suck. I get that. But I do want to point out, guys, that of the $48,000, by far the biggest creditor, by far, was John Dale Stobbs, Esquire. And what was that creditor a creditor for, guys? For the, quote, judgment in the case 98 LM 552. And if you look at the Illinois civil case coding numbers, that is a civil case filed against Jeremy in 1998, which means that it's the arson case, right? So he had a $15,000 judgment against him for the arson case that he got pardoned for. And instead of paying it, he declared bankruptcy. Yeah.
Jeremy is just like a scumbag. I mean,
He is.
that's why 10
burned.
people threw their jerseys on the floor.
Yeah, they
and
don't
were
wanna
like,
work
I'd
for him."
rather shit on myself and have to find a new job. Well, I guess it's volunteer. They hate him. They
didn't want to work for him.
They
If it was
fucking hate
just
this
an
guy.
arson case from like 18, I would be like, whoa, you guys give him relax, second chance. But now that I know the facts, this guy's a piece
Well,
of
what
junk.
about the 2008 Monroe County charge where he was charged with several offenses, including impersonating a police officer and violating an order of protection against his wife?
Oh,
I mean, he's not a good guy.
My point is,
I don't want to marry,
man.
I
What's
don't
he
want to
done
marry
recently?
him, but it sounds like he's fun to go to the strip club with.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
brings
know
his
about
wife.
all that.
He's got his gun and his vape.
Brings his
Yeah.
wife, exactly. Like that sounds like the worst strip club visit of all
First
time.
rounds on Jeremy, you know?
Connecting with Sadie and
chief.
Bo.
Yeah.
What town is this?
What were they? They're like trying to hit on a couple at the strip club. It's
The town named after his last name. What?
It's St. Clair
They're like,
County.
they're like the Murdaws.
yeah,
They're like the Murdaugh, dude.
It's like,
I mean-
this is like trash Murdaugh.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's like low rent Murdoch.
Yeah, instead of like Manners in South Carolina, it's like shitty strip clubs.
As far as we know, he's not killed anybody. He's just
well, he'd
But,
get away
dude,
with it, though.
I'm
hurt
sorry.
everybody's feelings in the
If
town.
your daddy gets you, listen to what his daddy's doing for him. His daddy is getting him pardoned, okay, and getting some poor bastard thrown out as fire chief so Jeremy can be fire chief. Dude,
Yeah,
you gotta
his
pay.
His dad asked him what job he wanted in town because he was like, "You got to do something." He's
Right.
like, "Any job you want." He's like, "Fire chief."
You gotta
Because
pay
I'm
your
obsessed with
$15,000
fire.
restitution.
Yeah, I do like
Thinking
fire.
like I'm an officer.
But it's like I'll get you
Yeah,
a
he
pardon
likes
here,
to
Jeremy.
impersonate
But
cops and set fires. So perfect
Yeah,
job.
this is his whole rap sheet.
This
pay
is
your
his
fucking
dream
restitution.
job. Yeah.
Bankruptcy for $48K. 15 of it is fucking restitution for a house you burned down when you were in high school. Your dad pardoned you out of. I'm sorry.
Get out of here, Jeremy. All right.
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
Well, thank you for telling us about Jeremy, Pat.
Good digging.
And before we hop into the TikTok International Moment to close things out today, one last bit of business. Today's episode is also brought to you by Bird Dogs. And it's been another week, gentlemen.
You can burn your undies, right? You can set fire to your undies. Don't need them anymore.
You
Bird
can do
dogs.
that in the summertime, the springtime, or in the wintertime. You can bring your undies with you to Bird Dogs, Mark, because the joggers and the pants liner optional, my friend. You can get in the long pants. It's optional. You don't have to use the liner, but the liner is amazing in the shorts as well. It's been another week since we last discussed Bird Dogs. And once you know it, that means I've been sitting and standing in my Bird Dogs exclusively for another 7 days straight in a row since we've last discussed them. The official bottom half of the men of the Hardo Hive, Bird Dogs, has the incredible lined shorts, as Mark alluded to. Also the new pants and joggers with the optional liner. Got you covered year round. Seriously, it's been cold in Reno recently, and I've been wearing these joggers. It's the only pants I wear. It's the only thing that is comfortable, stands up to the cold, and works with any outfit that I've got.
85 degrees in Austin right now in Christmas. I'm going to be wearing my Bird Dog shorts.
There you go. Covered year round. So I'm saying best pants on the planet Earth, and probably several other planets with intelligent life in the distance as well. Beyond that, did Bird Dogs do it again, or did Bird Dogs do it again? They did. Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code FACTOR, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs whistle ball. You remember those Nerf Vortex Howler footballs that whistle when you throw them?
Yes.
That's that, except with a Bird Dogs logo on it. Genius. Okay. All right. Good. That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle ball with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off. I promise you. Seriously, comfortable pants and shorts.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about those noises. I was trying to get out of the Jeremy's Facebook page. I was like,
You're listening to Jeremy's.
I was trying to
videos?
close out of it, but it was
Was it Jeremy yelling at someone or getting yelled at?
It was like his sister, his slim sister.
I mean, Pat, never apologize for researching the news grind. You know, that's just it's his
That's
dedication.
good journalism.
Married to the game. All right, fellas.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Darcel. And today's journey on the TikTok International Moment will take us across Europe and into Asia, where the stories will just continue to get nuttier and nuttier the entire time. and they start crazy too. But hold on, I gotta boost myself up because I broke my chair because I'm too fat. So
amazing!
Yeah, you have
we got
some.
a mid-share break.
Yeah. So,
Oh, this is great. Well,
sorry guys, I've worn out the gas chamber or whatever, the spring on the chair. And so now I have to boost myself up about 3 times a show. So
wait, are you just slowly sinking?
I slowly sink the entire time, and then
Hold
have
on.
to boost myself
Will.
back up.
Will, you might want to say that real loud and toward the door area. You know what I'm saying? With Christmas coming
Oh,
up.
right, with Christmas. Yeah, I'm just gonna. No,
You hear that, Will's wife?
You
Need
know,
a new chair.
you know what happens when you break the lift on your chair? That's kind of like breaking a toilet seat. That's one of those ones
You cover that
you got to
yourself.
fix yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's all shame. 100% shame purchase.
Is it like slowly making like a?
No, it doesn't make a sound. Thankfully.
that would be even more insulting.
Listen to the Patreon. We get in the chairs big time today.
Yeah, you got to listen to Florida Man Friday if you
Yeah,
want
just
to
slowly sinking. That's
hear
great.
more of this chair talk. But yeah, let's get. I've got the chair at the proper level now,
Okay.
fellas. So
Okay.
I'm back up. You can see me in the picture. Let's take it to France first, where the BBC headline pretty much says it all about this story. Brigitte Macron to sue over false claims she was born male.
Holy shit!
So
Why are you giving it
Is that
gas,
true?
man?
Is that true?
it's international
Is that
news.
true?
It's international news. West. Many are wondering. Some QAnon believers, apparently a YouTuber named Natasha Ray in particular, claimed that the French First Lady Brigitte Macron was born male under the name Jean-Michel Trogneux. And they've even got the name to trend on social media a few times.
Oh
I mean,
no.
who cares, right?
I know.
They say this about Michelle Obama too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
true.
also
It's true.
she's either an alien or it's fake, because here's Brigitte with her 2 adult daughters who look exactly like her. They're like carbon copies.
Why are you now giving it gas? She's obviously a lady.
That's what I'm saying, Pat. That's what I'm saying. Like, how would she have made those daughters that look identical to her if she wasn't? Anyways,
I don't know.
If I'm Brigitte, I'm cool with this though. She's suing. She's not cool with it, but if I'm her, I'm cool with it, because then people could stop asking you, why are you fucking 28 years older than your husband, who's the president of France? Super weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Super
It's an
weird.
old dude.
Her oldest daughter's got to be the same age as that's an old dude. Got him.
All right, pushing it further east to Sweden, where it definitely gets crazier. I promise. It gets nuttier and nuttier this whole time. It really does. And I'm just going to show you guys the disruptive, no I in disruptive, disruptive, the Stockholm-based device and company that share a name, and they make this tiny rice-sized implant. You see what I'm showing you, fellas, right there?
Yeah.
That little
That's the size of
tube
rice.
thing,
Okay.
size of a grain of
Grain of
rice. That goes into your skin in your hand, usually, I think, or probably somewhere around there, that you can then perform basic identity verification processes with, like pay for snacks, open locked doors, and now you can load your COVID vax passport on there too. And probably your whole medical history if you wanted to. Sky's the limit, because really it just gives your body a way to authenticate with the internet.
Are they just trying to troll conspiracy theorists?
Man,
Is that the-
no, there's
I think so.
forever.
I think
I
so,
remember in
too.
college, 2003, my big brother in my fraternity, who was like a kind of a conservative Christian dude, a little bit. He brought me like this printed out piece of literature that was like it was essentially this. It was like they're
About
going to
the mark of the beast.
microchip us, right? And then it was there was a Bible tie-in to it. And he was like, just be really careful out there.
Well, it's not
This
not
isn't
only
real.
not only Christians with the mark of the beast,
Yeah.
Pat, but also
this
if you
is-
watch the movie Zeitgeist, people believe like the one currency. They're trying to like
That's what I'm
remove
saying.
borders, all this stuff.
This company, I think, is just trolling those people that believe in this.
Well, Mark, it's not a troll by this company. Actually, the reason it went viral recently, the RFID and NFC, that's a technology this chip uses, implant went viral this week because the South China Morning Post tweeted a video touting the new technology, bragging about the Swedish company. That does, Mark, almost seem like a troll that they knew would cause Americans' heads to explode.
Right.
And it did, taking it to the internet to the top reply from that tweet from the South China Morning Post about COVID vax you can implant into your body. Deviance says that will calm down the conspiracy theorists.
My thoughts exactly.
To raucous applause, to which Nick Bergstrom replies with a meme that's insane that says the label conspiracy theorist is a conspiracy itself. In 1967, the CIA created the term conspiracy theorist to insult anyone who questioned the official story. Don't be fooled by the propaganda and smear tactics. And so I mean that's what
he is pissed. Call him a conspiracy theorist. I dare you.
You do want to get an RFID travel safe bag or like a wallet, because it's in your passport, it's in your credit cards, and there's a lot of hacking going on these days with RFID chips in your cards.
So you might as well put one in your body. So they can
you can get a bag that just disrupts it, or you can
Pat, or Will, did you say you can pay for snacks one day with your
Wes, everybody's gonna have one of these
just
things.
Wave my hand and I get snacks.
It's like cyborgs, everybody's gonna have like a Neuralink chip.
Say, how about that?
I'm in.
You get the snacks.
How about that? How about that?
Don't see a problem.
How about that?
You can get
what
the
a
snacks.
treat.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I don't think like it's the mark of the beast. I think it's just a technological advancement personally, but it is. But it's been a conspiracy theory for so long that it's going to drive people just absolutely bananas. The first person got implanted with one of these fucking chips back in 1998. It's been going on that long. But the fact that it's happening now and the internet's advanced so much, people are just going crazy.
They got them in dogs already.
Well, what about they do.
But it's illegal to chip children. I looked into it.
I'd chip my.
You wanted that? Yeah, just in case.
I would love it.
What about the Neuralink? Like, how come people aren't up in arms about the Neuralink being a conspiracy theory? Because that's the same.
Because I feel like I
Elon Musk
like that,
right? Because
cool.
How can I?
Because Elon Musk is cool.
It's not a requirement thing.
Yeah, right. It's like a requirement. Like the iPhone's not.
Nobody's going to be required to get this shit.
No, but they're lumping it into the vaccine, like proof of vaccine. That's where people are getting pissed about it.
They don't even sell it yet. It's going to be like rich elite people get it to like because you can get it
if you want it.
The fact that they're even mentioning the COVID part is a troll. That part's a troll.
It's a troll.
I mean, it probably has that capability, but like Will said, by the time it becomes mainstream, COVID's already going to be gone. We already know that 2022.
I think the South China Morning Post
that's just a troll to piss people off.
Did you guys hear that 292 elite athletes who took the vaccine have died this year?
Is that true?
No, it's not fucking true, but conspiracy theorists believe it, and they spout it off every day.
Yeah. Well, now this rice-sized little microchip is going to drive them just way crazier. So
I hadn't heard that, Pat, but I just heard recently that Macron's wife was a dude.
No, crazy, right? All right, fellas, we got to keep jet setting in this TikTok international moment. Okay. Pushed it further east again to Russia. Okay, where not only is Vladimir Putin still making the same threats about taking military action if Ukraine joins NATO, we've got another Russian man who had clean enough with the bullshit he was getting from his boss at the supermarket. So he literally set the place on fire, office space style. Just
another one.
Went ahead and
like
did
that girl in the was it the Philippines last week?
She blew up like her oil.
Yeah,
plant.
her oil. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's basically the same. Meet a little smaller scale, I guess. Meet Alexander Schneider, 33, who's worked at the same Russian superstore for a while now. And his job there is to change the prices on items when they change. This place is like a big super center, like a Walmart. So he's like the Walmart rollback guy when they used to have that. Remember that?
It's important.
Hell yeah. They took the knife and to the smiley face, took the knife to the prices, and it rolled a bit.
They used to announce it. We are rolling back prices like in the middle of like the day or K-Mart.
Yeah, they used to make a big deal of that. Yeah. And so this guy's like one of those rollback guys at this store. I guess they still have that going on basically there. Thing is, Alexander can't stand his boss. So with the holidays, stress and the holidays approaching, and all of the tension in the air on Tuesday, Alexander's boss asking him to redo the price tags again because he fucked them up again, probably in front of a lot of other people again. Alexander just wasn't having it. So he burned the place down by spraying alcohol onto fireworks and then setting them off. Here's actually a silent video I'm going to play for you guys. Yeah, this shows him doing it, and
doused fireworks with alcohol, and then
he
that's
just
awesome.
confesses it to the cops. He's like, there was white spirit on the counter, and he's just like, yeah, I did, there, look at him go. Sets him off, middle of the store. He says, as soon as it went up, I saw a guard try to put it out. That's him on the left walking away from the fire. Said there was screaming and panic, and I left. So he didn't even really deny it.
Yeah, guess what? The price for everything is not important anymore.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So luckily for everybody, especially Alexander, nobody was killed in the fire that required 200 people to evacuate the store. It took 11 hours to put it out after he intentionally set it. And here's the aftermath of the store.
He burnt that fucker to the ground. He burnt it to the ground. That's what I'm saying. There's no prices for anything anymore.
It's like a fire volcano hit the store.
Burned down a Kmart.
There was an ad for alcohol at the end of that story. It's like, alcohol can be used for anything, including starting fires.
YouTube algorithm really knows how to hit it. So that's what's happening in Russia. That Russian man had enough. But I mean, I don't know how they settle crimes in there, but it seems like they probably punish you harshly. So
you can't burn down a business in Russia and get away with it.
No.
He's going to be like a Putin hitman now.
You'll have an option, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You either
for me, or you will go to jail.
Yeah. I heard you like to start fires.
Yeah, you burn things for me now.
I could use a man like you. Yeah. Get to the border of Ukraine.
Oh yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah, that's really getting spicy over there. Hopefully nothing happens. All right. And then the last one today in the TikTok International Moment, taking it farthest east to China, where another one where the headline really says it all. And here it is. Amazon agreed to allow only 5-star reviews for Xi's book in China.
Oh my God.
So that's right. Not only did they do that, they did at Amazon.cn, which is the Chinese equivalent of Amazon. They eventually pulled reviews altogether for the book on Xi's book.
Okay, that's fine. The 5-star only is not fine.
Yeah, but that was the first response, Mark.
Yeah.
That was the initial reaction to getting bad reviews, was to just disallow anything that wasn't 5 stars. Eventually, they probably realized that's fucked up.
Yeah, what's the point of the review system if it's only going to filter in the 5-star reviews and leaving it as a perfect 5-star out of 5 stars?
So they probably had to beg Xi to be like, can we just remove reviews altogether? And I guess eventually that went through, because now that there's just no reviews on this book. The book is called The Governance of China. It's actually a series by Xi. It's like his Mein Kampf, basically, I guess, except probably a lot more corporate and whatever. So Amazon calls it a local compliance issue, while many Americans are saying it's a lack of spine issue going on over at Amazon. But tomato, I guess. And that's today's TikTok International Moment. And that's all the news we've got for you this week. Like we said at the top, though, make sure to listen to the holiday dating advice episode with Hard Factor's wing girl Marnie tomorrow, and listen for that special gift from Mark at the end. Is it the end of the episode, Mark?
Wes is editing it. I believe it. I asked for it to be at the end. Is it at the end, Wes?
It will be at the end. I haven't cut it yet, but it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be the outro for Friday's show. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice little song.
Nice little song.
Can't sue us, music company, because it's original, besides the piano karaoke beat that I took.
Which hopefully is not copyrighted.
I think it's okay.
Yes, it will be. It will be for sure. Listen for that tomorrow at the end of the episode. Also, as I said at the top, there's the always delicious citrus flavored Florida Man Friday dropping at patreon.com/Hard Factor tomorrow as well. Whoa, 2 Christmas Eve podcasts. Listen to that.
Might want to tell your family who the best news podcast is. That doesn't.
That's pretty good. That's dedication, I'd say, and I think something that we should probably be rewarded for. I would say
it's on you.
Yeah,
5-star news, voicemails, maybe some of those would be nice for the holidays.
Exactly.
Or buy the Patreon for a couple months.
Give us a happy holiday. Yeah, patreon.com/Hard Factor for a full year of Florida Man Fridays, plus one each week going forward for you.
Also, look at this. This is a new shirt that's going to come out.
Ooh, Wes.
Polk County outline.
Polk County, outline. Grady
Grady
Judge shirt.
Quit murdering people.
So stop murdering people at the bottom. Yeah.
Nice. I like it. And fellas, let's roll the dice. Store.hardfactor.com for all the merch. Also, 'tis the season. Wes and I are rocking those shirts. Look great.
For Monday?
Roll the dice one last time for Monday. Okay. Here we go. All right. First up, who is getting...
Oh, I think I'm off Sunday night.
Yeah,
you are. Mark's out. Number one is excluded. Who's getting the cup of coffee in the big time? Pat.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God.
And who gets the TikTok International Moment?
Oh, Jesus.
Mark, but he's not on. Will, I'm on TikTok International Moment. Same lineup as today. Wes will be bringing you a story.
A short story.
A dark story. Surely a dark story.
Pat's got to step away from the family to write the coffee.
This will be Monday, the Monday after Christmas. And we can't wait to talk to you then. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.